Welcome and congratulations, everybody. You don't realize it yet, but I'm about to blow your mind. You hit the jackpot. This is about you owning your own free to play sports book, but don't let the word free fool you because your players, by the way, before I go another step further, let me just say as soon as I say what I'm about to say, I'm going to prove every word of it. Stay tuned. It'll take less than 20 minutes for that to happen. But what I'm about to say I said would blow your mind. You're probably going to take it as that's impossible to be true. Again, I'm going to show you how every word of what I'm about to say is true. You're about to own a free to play sports book. And again, don't let free fool you because your players not only are playing for free, but they're actually going to have a better chance of winning than they would at DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM Graham, or any other pay to play sports book. And not a little bit better, twice as good a chance of winning or better than they would at any pay to play sports book. There's three things players of sports books care about: how much can I win, how much can I lose, and what are my chances. Well, we've covered two of those. Can't lose anything, and you have at least twice as good a chance of winning. But the real important one to any real sports handicapper is how much can I win. And this is the part that's the second best of this whole program because you can literally, your players can literally win more at your free to play sports book than they could at DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM Grand, or any other pay to play sports book. You're better at all three than a pay to play sports book is. We're selling several of these because combined together, we have enough power to overcome anything DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM Grand, or any of the other pay to play sports books would do. And there are some huge advantages to working together. I'm going to go over those in a minute, but let's get started on how every word I just said is true, starting with where does the money come from? The way this works is instead of wagering your players, instead of wagering their hard earned cash, they're going to be wagering what's called action credits. And they can acquire pretty much all the action credits they want in a variety of different ways. And we're constantly working to add new ways. In fact, we've already negotiated some deals behind the scenes where when we take off and get to a certain level of participation, they're coming in, these extra options. But right now, to start with, we already have some great options for getting all the action credits you want. My favorite one is a deal we made with a company called greatdealsandfreestuff.com. If you go to their website and complete any free offer, it doesn't cost you a thing, you get action credits. Even if you take advantage of some of the great deals, you get action credits. So go there and acquire all the action credits you want for free. Another way you could do them is referring other people to play in the sports book. You give them 100 free action credits to start with, so they get a live taste of what it's like to have live action on sports, and you get 100 action credits as well for referring people. So your players can refer their family and friends, grow your sports book, and get action credits. You can win them playing in single player games like Mahjong, Deuces Wild, Baccarat, Blackjack. We're adding more single player games all the time as well. The money from playing in these single player games comes from a proprietary advertising concept owned by Radwealth Enterprises. It's so effective that every single person that's been shown this concept has fallen in love with it, which includes Fortune 500 companies, ad agencies that represent Fortune 500 companies, CEOs, everybody loves this concept because it makes a lot of money and it provides advertisers everything they're looking for. So the single player games are sponsored by that advertising concept. That's where that money comes from. The games that we have that are the best, though, are our tournaments. We have a poker tournament every week and a blackjack tournament every week where you can win all sorts of action credits pretty easily, in fact. You can also win action credits donating to charity, winning them in the sports book. We're developing right now behind the scenes a sports exchange. You'll be able to get them there. And like I said, we're constantly adding new ways. One of these days, you're going to buy a GMC truck and get 10,000 action credits for doing so. And a lot of other places are doing the same thing. I tested the theory that you could get as many action credits as you want. I now have, after just a little bit of spare time here and there, I have the ability to make a $25,000 wager on a sporting event. I make a decent living, but I don't make a good enough living that I could literally risk $25,000 of my hard-earned cash on a sporting event. Well, I do now. So you could literally earn all the action credits you want to participate for free. So instead of using your hard-earned money, use your time to complete options, play games, refer others, or if you're good enough, win them like in the sports book on the sports exchange. Okay, that explains where the money comes from, which is why it's free. I also said you had a better chance of winning. In fact, I said you had a twice as good a chance of winning at your players would have a twice as good a chance of winning at your sports book as they would any other sports book. How's that possible? Well, you can divide sports wagers into two types: contests and wagers. Contests consist of handicapping contests, and there's a sports book contest called Survivor. Those are actually rare among pay-to-play sports books, but they do occur from time to time. And when they do, they pay out the top 10% usually. We're going to have those contests all the time, and we're going to pay out the top 20%, not the top 10%, which gives you exactly twice the chance of winning. The amount of money you can win is also more. I'll go over that in just a second, but there's one more aspect of how much easier it is to win, and that's wagers, like point spread wagers, over-unders, money line wagers, parlay wagers, prop bets, things like that. All of those come at a pay-to-play sports book come with what's called a VIG or a juice. 10% of what you want to win, that's how much more you have to wager. So if you want to win $100, you have to wager $110. That extra 10% on your losses is where the sports book make their money. So you can see the math clearly. Pay-to-play sports books make 10% of all the losses. You're going to make 20% of all the losses and all the wins. That's what your share of owning a free-to-play sports book is going to pay you. So you're literally going to make more money per person participating than a pay-to-play sports book, and it's not even going to be close. A lot more money. Again, instead of 10% of the losses, you get 20% of the losses and 20% of the wins. 20% of the gross, doesn't matter whether they win or lose. You still get paid your share from them acquiring the action credits to participate at your free sports book. Okay, so in order to break even at a pay-to-play sports book, because of that 10% VIG, in order to break even, you have to win 52.4% of the time. That's just to break even. At your pay-to-play sports book, if any one of your players wins just once in 1,000, they're a winner. They only have to win once because they're never losing. So it's much easier to win at your free-to-play sports book than it is at any pay-to-play sports book, which leaves the big one. How is it possible that you can win more? Which I've explained. I tested the theory to see if you could possibly win more. At a pay-to-play sports book, you're limited by the size of your bankroll. At a free-to-play sports book, you're not limited by anything other than your desire to acquire action credits. I desired to acquire enough action credits to make a $25,000 wager. I did it in probably 20 minutes times, so probably 600 minutes, which is 10 hours. In 10 hours time, I was able to acquire $25,000 worth of action credits. I spread that out over a month's worth of time, of course, to do that. But you can actually win more playing for free and having a better chance of winning at your free-to-play sports books. Now, what we're doing right now is what's called trying to reach what's called the tipping point. In marketing, there's a thing called the tipping point. We need our early adopters purchasing these sports books, which is why we're selling them so cheap. They're going to continue to do this until football season starts August 24th. Then we're going to stop selling sportsbook and concentrate only on making sure everyone who purchases a sportsbook is making a profit. Once every one of the early adopters are making a profit, then we're going to resume selling these at $40,000 a piece. And we've already tested to see if that $40,000 price point is acceptable, and it was. But you don't have to pay anywhere near $40,000 to own one of these sports books. The cost is $2,500 if you pay up front, and we can offer you financing. You just contact Stacy. In fact, I'm supposed to change this right here. Contact Stacy. She can get you financing. If for any particular reason Stacy cannot get you financing, and we'll finance you at $285 per month to purchase your own free-to-play sports book. There's also a way to get one for free. If you refer someone who purchases a free-to-play sports book, you get 10%. So if you refer 10 people, you get 10% off your sports book. If you refer 10 people, you get 100% off of it, which means you get it for free. So by referring people to come to these Wednesday night webinars between now and August 24th, you have a chance of getting yours absolutely for free as one of the early adopters that we're bringing these in at these low prices. So again, our game plan is sell some of these sportsbook to our early adopters, make sure every one of them are making a profit, and then go after the rest of the sales. The market says that it'll hold 1,500 of these. There's 40 million Americans who already wager on sports right now. I contest that there's another 40 million that would wager on sports if it was for free and they knew about it. And I got experience from this as well. I know firsthand how people who have no interest in sports but suddenly find themselves with a wager on sports, how it changes them as far as viewing that game. I've seen them scream and holler and yell. It's the most exciting thing they've done when they went to a trip to Vegas. In fact, is I would put a wager on a game for everybody and watch them. And college girls who never watched sports loved it. And they said that was the favorite time of the whole trip. They loved the whole trip. So that gives you an idea of the power of live action on sports. It's nothing like, well, you guys know, if you're here, you probably already know what that power, which is why sports books are exploding in this world. But once again, here's your chance to own a sports book that can beat DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM Grand, or any other pay-to-play sports book at their own game. We're going to have all of your players and all the players from all the other sports books play together at a place called the Core Place. So they'll be entering the same contests, wagering on the same games. All the wagering pools go together. Two things come out of this that's positive. One, by combining all the players together, we have more money in the prize pool and a larger grand prize, which allows you to offer your players more money to compete for and a larger grand prize to compete for than you would if you were on your own. Second advantage is by combining all the players together, we're able to charge our advertisers and our sponsors more money per participation, per person, which is just more money. No more expenses, no more anything, just more money. And it's already quite a bit of money. Now, there's a lot to operating a sports book, but we're going to do every bit of those things for you except get you players. We're even going to help you get players. For example, in order to run a sports book, you have to set up all the contests, enter all the games every day, score all the games, put all the scores in, credit all the winners, pay all the winners, handle all the customer service issues. And all of these things are being done for you, along with providing you with your own free-to-play sports book that you named. We'll let you name it. We'll get you the domain name for that, set it up, get you a custom logo to your satisfaction. If you don't like the logo we made, tell us some feedback about it. We'll go back to the drawing board until you're happy. You'll have an admin panel to your sportsbook where you can change the colors, the font, what the text says, what the images look like. You can change images, text, fonts, colors, pretty much customize your website to your liking 100% without knowing anything about coding whatsoever. It's extremely easy to follow through admin panel that you get with it. And when you get your first 100 players, you're going to be able to pay all your expenses. There's $150 a month expenses to provide all these things for you, like paying your players, setting up the contest, scoring all the contests, things like that. But we never take that money out of your pocket. It only comes out of your profit. If you're not making $150 a month in profit yet, you don't have to pay the extra amount in expenses whatsoever. It only takes about 100 people to ensure you got your expenses paid for, though. 100 people who play on a regular basis, or an average amount, actually. If you've got that many people participating, then your expenses are covered. And once you reach that milestone, we're going to make you an offer of doubling whatever ad campaign you want to do next, up to $10,000. So if you want to do a $4,000 ad campaign, we'll chip in another $4,000, and you can do an $8,000 ad campaign instead. Once you get your first 100 players, so that you're covering your expenses. And we're going to help get you players after that as well, because once every sportsbook owner has utilized their free double up, we're going to continue to market to get players by placing all the owners in a rotator. So each of you will start adding more players from that, aside from your own efforts to get players. Shouldn't be hard to get players, considering there's probably 80 million people who would love to know about a place they could have live action on sports where they have a much better chance of winning and can win more than any pay-to-play sportsbook offers. Okay, let me see if I missed anything. I don't think so. There was a question asked. How much of return would you expect to get back monthly? In our calculations, if depends on how many people you have, but if you have 5,400 people, you're making six figures. If you have 54,000, you're a millionaire. And again, there's 40 million people who want this already, and another 40 million, I believe, who would love to have it if they just knew about it. So this has the potential to easily make you a millionaire. 54,000 people may sound like a lot, but it's not when you consider this is what you're peddling to those people. A chance to have live action on sports for free, where you have a better chance of winning and can win more than the people who are putting up their own hard-earned cash at pay-to-play sports books. All right, now let me unmute everybody. There's got to be a way to do that. Hold on 1 second. I got to do it one at a time because I'm not sure how to do it otherwise. So feel free to, once I sorry, I mean to ask to unmute. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask anything you'd like. I'm getting to you as I go. All right, anybody got a question? I think I got everybody. Oh, not everybody. Hang on. If you have a question, feel free to go ahead and unmute. Ask anything you'd like.
Yeah, I have a question. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. First of all, thanks for the presentation here. So how do people that use this service and gamble for free with the action credits, how do they make money, or can they cash out that money, or how does that work, and how easy it is to cash out?
From a legal standpoint, we're not allowed to let people convert action credits to cash. The way you convert them to cash is you wager on them. So you wager action credits, but if you win cash.
Right. So when you win cash using the action credits, then you have what, a dollar value in your account?
Yes. When someone comes to your website, they set up whoever's background we're hearing, if you wouldn't mind muting. Yeah, when they go to your website and register, they're going to get a dashboard, and in their dashboard, there's actually two accounts: action credit account, how many action credits they have, and a dollar account, how many US dollars they have. And then when they want to cash out, they just make a cash out request of their US dollars.
Okay, so they can cash out the dollars that they win from using action credits to gamble with. Of course, they let's say they've and it is an action credit worth $1. So in other words, if you have 100 action credits, is that $100 you're wagering on an event?
No, 100 action credits is worth a $6 wager to the person who has 100 action credits. Action credits actually has 10 cents added to it. 6 of those cents goes to the player, 2 of the cents goes to the sportsbook owner, and the other 2 cents goes to us.
Okay, so 100 credits is worth 6. So
$6 worth of wagering power, yes.
Is 100 actual action credits.
Yes, correct.
And so owning the site, if we were an owner of the site, are we accumulating these action credits as well that we use to gamble to cash out the funds?
Only if you do it personally. No, your site's not acquiring action credits, but if you personally want to participate at your own sportsbook, you can, and you can actually acquire all the action credits you want yourself if you want to, and make wagers too. Okay. You'll literally have an account at your own sportsbook.
So these action credits, it sounds like you're doing a lot of marketing for these companies to obtain these action credits. I've never heard of something like that. That doesn't sound like it's practical.
What doesn't sound practical exactly?
How to obtain, say, 1,000 action credits.
Yeah, there's, for example, on greatdealsandfreestuff.com, if you take advantage of this one specific offer of crypto, it's a crypto offer, they give you for free. No, that's not the one. The Acorns is the best one. If you sign up for Acorns, they give you $28 worth of Acorns for free. And we give you, hold on, I'll tell you, 6,000 action credits.
Okay, so what other kind of sites do you obtain action credits on?
Greatdealsandfreestuff.com, playing games. There's other sites that we've got deals with that don't want to come in until our player participation's at a certain level. So we'll bring some more in. But right now we have greatdealsandfreestuff.com, several single player games, 2 types of tournaments, poker and blackjack, a series of charities that you can donate to where you can get action credits, referring other people to get action credits. Let me go back to my list.
Why not cash? Why can't you just use cold hard cash to sign up?
That
Say you
would,
want to bet $100 on a game.
that would,
Action credits, then you convert them to cash. It doesn't sound like it's
that would
like
violate
a long process.
that would violate some laws that we're doing. Right now, we're legal in all 50 states because of the way we have these things up, because it's not gambling. As soon as we start allowing people to acquire action credits with cash, that changes. And we now have to have a license, and we're only available in certain states and stuff. But the way we have it free to play, we're literally available in all 50 states, completely legal for everybody.
Can you show us the Great Deals site? Like, can you share that with us right now? Can you show us what that looks like, or what you have to do to for these people to get these credits? Because sometimes you have to purchase things, and other times,
yeah, that's one good thing about greatdealsandfreestuff.com is they scour through stuff. So it's really simple. You download a game on your computer, and as soon as it's downloaded, you get 100 action credits. All you got to do is send in the confirmation email that you downloaded it. There's no extra things to go through or hoops to go through that are already spelled out right up front. Usually you just download the game or take advantage of the free offer, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else, and you just send in the confirmation email, and you get your 100 action credits applied to your account. So it makes it pretty easy.
Yep. Can you show us the dashboard? That, in other words, you sign in. Can you show us a sample dashboard of what it sort of looks like when somebody signs up and they're playing for free, and how it works? Like, can you show that to us?
Yes. Hang on one second.
Thank you.
I just got to figure out how to do that. Think this. All right. I don't know what you see. Can you describe what you're seeing right now?
Just the Zoom.
Okay, good. And that's
There.
virtual horse racing. All right, so we need to go to. I think I got admin access to the Golden Goose. This is one of our portal sites. So this is, but we're upgrading them. So yours may not look quite like this. You may not pick the same image, for example, the same text and thing, but it's kind of like this. Plus, we're upgrading it, so it's going to be a little bit different. But you'll have an admin panel. Can you see where it says admin? Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. You have an admin panel. You click on the admin panel, and you can click on portal layout, and you have options of changing the text, changing the headline, the site name, the headline, the font. There's 2 different kinds of font, images. She's got a person swinging a baseball. You can click on that and change it to something else if you want to. Click on save, and you'll see it's now a different image right here.
So you do sportsbook. You said horse racing. What else?
We've got a sports exchange coming behind, and horse racing is coming as well. But right now, what we're going to have are survivor contests, handicapping contests, and then everything that all the pay to play sports books have as far as prop bets, over unders, point spreads, things like that. And that'll start August 24th.
Oh, so you don't have the sports book right now?
Oh, this sportsbook's up and running right now.
Oh, can you
I'm-
click on that? Can we see what that looks like? Just curious to see.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go right here.
Is it like a FanDuel or DraftKings setup or?
So right now, all we have is baseball and Olympics going on to
Okay.
wager on. But what I'm saying is when August 24th gets here, you'll see all sorts of options, not just these. And you can put them in order of, well, I thought there was a contest, but there's not. That's because there's none. There'll be another one that says contest when we schedule a contest. But you'll be able to just do live wagers or just money line or just contests. And right now we're going to put it on all games. So if you want to bet on a baseball game, you click on this. It'll bring up the different baseball games. Say I want to bet on the Colorado Rockies. I pick my stake amount that I want to bet on.
Okay.
Say I want to put that. Click OK. And now my bet's made.
And so when you win that bet, you get paid out in cash,
In this,
whatever that's equivalent to.
this particular case, I messed up because I picked the wrong thing to bet on. I didn't pick cash. I picked for action credits. I was going to win action credits. Now I'm going to win cash. So let's say I want to win $48.60. It's not. It's going to be $60 when we change the amount. It's going to be changed to $60. But now I've got to bet on Colorado that if I win, I get $48.60 in my account.
Okay, and so when you get the cash, though, it goes into the account. You can't use that cash to place other wagers because that would be illegal, right?
Correct. You'll have to cash it out. Yeah.
So you just build up your cash account, excuse me, and then just continue to earn credits to bet with.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So everything is derived off action credits. You got to build up your action credits and then.
Exactly. And when you go to your account, you've got two balances. They're fixing this contrast issue. That says $126.88. Can't read it. Or action credit balance that says $583,028.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope I win. Colorado Rockies win. Yeah.
Are you guys located in the US?
Yes.
Do you have some type of listing for everybody listening in regards to or referencing those entities that would be correlated with action credits that would be utilized towards this?
Yeah, this page is being changed to upgrade to all those things, but this will give you all that information straight to every one of them. Yes, but it's being upgraded, and I think on Monday.
So the one you're looking at right now in earned credits, I'm just giving an example. It would have a link
Yeah, if you
where
want
you
to
could go to for, let's say,
greatdealsandfreestuff.com, for example, which is where this.
okay, just like that.
Yes. And then you complete any of these offers, send us your completion, and we give you 100 action credits for each one. And there's a section called free. Let's go to free stuff. And any one of these are free.
And so once any of us here in the that's listening, if you'd punch on one of those and
No, y'all come back over here.
If you don't mind mute until you want to ask a question, that'd be cool. There's a lot of background music. And yeah, you click on any one of these, download the game, and you get your 100 action credits.
So
okay,
every one of them is worth 100 credits. Is that the
Yeah.
deal?
Yes, everyone on the free part is worth 100 action
No,
credits.
don't give him your bottle.
The ones that are great deals are worth
Jerry.
more. And then we sometimes run a
Get your
special
bob off of him.
like we did with, which one? Let me find the one we ran a
Here.
special with.
Right there.
Up, it's over. It's on the home page. But yeah, you got 600 action credits for taking advantage of this one right here, Acorns.
And what is that?
Acorns.
Give it, baby, throw it up.
You have to.
Acorns gives you a $20 bonus investment if you sign up to to deposit some money in Acorns. If you just put just $5 in, then they'll give you $20, and we'll give you I think it's 200 2,000 action credits.
There.
so these featured great deals, they're in essence advertisers of yours.
Of greatdealsandfreestuff.com, but because we bring people, drive traffic to do these offers, greatdealsandfreestuff.com pays us. And then we in turn give people who completed the appropriate number of action credits. For every 10 cents we get from greatdealsandfreestuff.com, we give away an action credit.
Moochie. Hey, I'm talking about what you did there.
Dude, you gotta mute that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and figure out how to do that right now.
No, I have changed. I'm saying something like that.
It's right here.
I don't
KD?
like that. KD, his name, like his
KD?
cash app.
Like Levine?
Let me see where I'm hella irritated.
Yeah, if
I
you
know.
If you wouldn't mind muting your background.
Read
whoever that
Luke.
is.
Where? His birthday coming up. Where the fuck did you get
That's on the house.
that? Oh.
That's the hell. You thought it was a tattoo?
Yeah.
He gonna get there.
Yay.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Okay, who else has a question?
If somebody bets 1,000 action credits, they win their bet, they get $60 put in their account in cash. Are those 1,000 action credits gone, or do they get them back like you would with a sports book?
They're gone, and that's why you get paid your 20% of the gross revenue, whether they win or lose. It's because of how we do
So
that.
1,000 credits, what's the 20% gross revenue?
$20, 10 cents per credit. So 1,000 times in is $100. 20% of $100 is $20.
So every action credit wager, it's 10 cents back to the site owner.
No, it's a total of 10 cents that were collected. 6 of those cents goes to the player, 2 cents to the sportsbook owner, and 2 cents to the founders.
Okay. So 20% of the 10 cents.
Yes. 20% of the gross revenue goes to the sportsbook owner, 60% of the gross revenue goes to the players, and the remaining 20% goes to the founders.
So on 1,000 credits and you win 60, it's $12.
No, it's 20. 60 is the amount of the players portion. 20 is the amount
cash
of
doesn't count.
right.
You're just talking about the action credits.
Oh, it's
Correct.
based on action credits. It's 20%.
Yes, correct. So 1,000 action credits, 20% would be
$20.
yeah, $20.
Basically 2% is what you'd get. So 2% of the 1,000.
Yeah, because they're 10 cents. Yeah. In cash, if you want to convert it to cash, figure 2% of the credits, and you'll have it converted to cash. Yeah.
Bill,
Yes.
can you hear me? I have two questions.
Okay.
First of all, thank you also, and I appreciate the dialogue with everyone's offering. My two questions are this. Number one, and I may have missed this, as far as getting the action credits, does one have the ability to buy action credits?
No, it would violate the law if we did that.
Okay. All right. Second question, if one were investing in this, is there any type of documentation that you would receive?
Yes. You're going to get, once you turn in the domain name that you want, you'll get your own website. You'll also get an agreement, contract agreement.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
And that website is tied into the master website where you have these contests.
That's the cool thing about this. There is no really master website. All the portals, the players play together at one place. So the master website is literally the back end where we set up the contest and score all the contests and pay all the players and do all the stuff in the back end. We handle that, but we really don't own a sports book ourselves. You guys have to drive the traffic to your portals, and then they're playing at our back end. That makes sense?
Okay. So they're the owner of the website that we would create would get credit for whatever players sign up or register through that site.
Not only that, but they would literally be playing at that site.
Okay.
When they entered a contest, like I showed you a minute ago when we went to Golden Goose and I bet on the Colorado Rockies, I was literally betting on the Colorado Rockies at the Golden Goose Sportsbook. So whoever owns the Golden Goose Sportsbook will get 20% of the gross revenue of those action credits.
So
the contests are all community. So
yes.
What if we have our own contests that we want to do?
You can do that, and we can help you with those things as well. When you want to do those types of things, just let us know. There may be some costs involved, but yes, You can do your own contest. And if you want our help, we can help.
But if we do our own contests and they're accepted, whatever the cost is, they're
Is-
obviously communal. Would we benefit from everybody's participation in those contests?
Depends on how it's set up. We can set it up where that's the case, but then the expenses for the contest and everything has to go through us. So it'd really be us setting up the contest for that to be the case.
No, because I've got some great contests because I actually work for a sports book.
Yeah, if you've got contests, let us know, because if we like them, we'll set them up.
Yeah, but like I said, I'd like to participate in all the people that play in the contest, whether they come through my sports book or not.
Is there a
Yeah.
profit sharing, I guess? Is that maybe what you're asking?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you can make a presentation. We'll see if we think it would work for everybody. If it does, yes, I'm all about win-win. So yes.
Okay, fair enough.
When did you start this process of looking for others to invest?
We actually sold 100 sports books and tested it for 8 to 9 months, I believe it was, before we started to decide that we want to go after all of these. The 100 sports books that we sold up front, they're standing by waiting for us to get to August 24th so we can take off for real now.
Yeah.
So it's not live right now.
Oh, it is. It's just that it's only baseball and Olympics right now. And we're not pushing anything. We're not trying to get players or doing a lot on the sports book to try to attract and retain them. Right now, we want to get to the early adopters of owners. Then we're going to switch gears and focus on the players.
I got a meeting tomorrow down Bosco at noon.
Hmm.
Other big meetings tomorrow too. So.
As far as the action credits, it seems like once you do one of those, you know, you can only do it once, right? So are you going to run out because you don't have that many there? Are people going to run out of things to earn action credits with right now because there's not a lot there?
No, for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is because they're always changing. Some of those expire, only last for a month or 2, but there's always new ones coming up. So greatdealsandfreestuff.com is always updating those offers with new offers constantly. Second reason is because we have some deals coming up that will expand that dramatically. Once we start focusing on getting in players and getting enough players and getting all of our early adopter sportsbook owners to a profit, then we're going to have a lot of really cool, exciting ways to get action credits that we can add. We can't add them yet because we don't have the size of participation that would qualify for them.
And also you have a referral fee, so that helps if people share this with others.
Yes, because we've experienced what it's like for first-time people to have live action on sports. It's almost instantly addictive. So the more people we can get to try this out, the better. It just really changes things when they watch a sporting event and have live, even if it's just $6, it's still something to them. It's a difference, which you probably already know if you haven't forgotten already. How long has it been since you've made your first wager? Do you remember?
Oh, it's been a long time. So as far as though the action itself, you said you can do parlays as well. Is there a limit to what they can win?
On a parlay, yes, there's going to have to be limitations.
Is there one in place now?
No, we don't have any parlays and we won't until football season starts. We're just running the bare minimum while we sell sports books so we can show we do have stuff. We're not focusing on our players just yet because we want to change all those things so that when we start going to get players, we have contests up. We've got all kinds of prop bets and everything you could find at a pay-to-play sportsbook already there. We don't want to pay for that to go for the last 3 months for nothing. So we just decided to focus on making sure we get the early adopters in place, then focus on making sure they're all making a profit and all our players are happy, change anything we need to change, get that sports exchange involved, and then start taking off.
Who's paying the money out that people win?
It comes from the action credits they get.
Yeah, but no, who's actually paying them?
We pay them. That's one of the things that comes with your sports books. We take care of paying all your customers. We do that for you.
So
We even handle customer service too. So literally the only thing you have to worry about is getting people to participate at your sports book.
what if people win more than you pay out, or than you're getting in?
There's a way
That's
that
their
can happen.
problem.
There's a way that can happen, but it's extremely hard, difficult, and rare, and would mean that we really fail to getting people to be interested in doing this. The only way I can see that happening is if everybody took their $100 that they got for referring people and being referred, and that's all the action credits that was ever used. Under those circumstances, we'd be paying out more than we're taking in. But as long as people are getting action credits from great deals and freestuff.com, or playing in games, or donating to charity, or participating in the sports book, or any other way whatsoever, then we're getting paid that money up front. So there's very little chance. We look at the money that we give out for referring people as part of our marketing expense. And so far that's fit within that expense really easily. But there is a chance that if 1,000, 10,000 people decided to all wager just their referral income, then we'd have to shell out a little bit of money but we would do that. We would shell that out. The most important thing to us is first get the early adopters in place, and then second, bend over backwards to make sure every single one of them is making a profit. That's what's going to make these sports books sell for $30,000, $40,000 a piece. Once we get to that point. Any other questions?
Have you had anybody go through the process where they've paid 2,500, and what was their break even? Like what's the average break even in terms of ramping up and getting this many people to do this? Because 100 credits for $20, you've got to get people really being active on the site to get that kind of money back. So I'm just wondering, has anyone done that?
Yeah, several. And I only took 100 players to make sure that everything was covered. Yeah, we thoroughly tested this before we put it on the market.
How does 100 players break that even?
That covers your $150 a month for expenses.
Okay, that's my expenses. How does it recoup my initial investment?
You need to get more than 100 to do that.
In your opinion, how many would you really need?
In order to get your $2,500 back in what period of time?
A year.
200 would do it. The first 100 to cover your expenses, second 100 to cover your costs.
Okay, then I can I can join my own sports book,
You can
sign up, get my 100 action credits, and refer all the people that I get to sign up. Obviously, are my referrals, so they're going to get their 100 when they sign up. I'm going to get another 100 for everybody I sign up.
Correct. Give 100 action credits, get 100 action credits. And that's available to all your players. All your players can get another 100 action credits by referring someone else that they give 100 action credits to get them to try us out.
So you get 50 people, you're going to get yourself 5,000 action credits. Make one bet, you're going to get basically 2% of the 5,000.
Which is what, $1,000?
Which is what, $100?
Yeah.
It's a lot of action credits to get that back. How does 100 people get you that $150 a month?
It's not the 100 action credits that matter. It's them completing offers and playing games that really get the action credits.
They've got to continue to get all those. So they've got to keep going back on.
They can't go one and be done and you make the money. They've got to be regular players. That's what I'm saying by regular average
They've got to
players.
sign up. They've got to sign up for all these different things to get their action credits.
A regular average player will participate at your sports book twice a week, and they'll participate in more than one event when they do. They'll make more than one wager, in other words.
And your contests, when they win those, that's cash or that's action credits?
we're going to have two types of contests, one where you can win action credits and one where you can win cash, and you get to choose.
Okay.
Do you want to play them both, either one or the other?
Okay.
All right. Anybody else have a question? If you do after the webinar, just go to, let me pull that PDF back up so you can see it. You go to freesportsbook.com/start now. And if you have a question, email it to support@freesportsbook.com. We'll be glad to answer it. Thank you all for coming. I hope to see you soon at Owning a Sportsbook.